This is for you, Capricorn. Saturn maintains a retrograde journey through the sign of Sagittarius this month, and that's going to last all month long, and that's going to affect Capricorn. It's going to affect you in your 12th house of spirituality. Now, because it's retrograde, this is going to be about you having sort of a need to get into spiritual practices that are practiced by by successful people, by elite people, something that's more exclusive, something that people who are high up on the socio-economic ladder would be involved in. You want to be, Capricorn yearns to be involved in organizations that will connect them to ways to advance again in career and in the status for the good of your family and your extended family. And that's going to be possible for you this month. You're going to want to, again, you prefer organizations that are more exclusive rather than spiritual organizations that are religious and kind of for the general unwashed masses. You like something that's more, that has more refined rituals, whereas everybody's more involved in the proceedings rather than just somebody presiding over a number of people that aren't involved. So it's sort of more of a participatory religions and spiritual systems. Now, the planet Earth has gone through an enormous transformation, moving through yet another phase of the precession of the equinoxes, moving from the age of Pisces with the divine tone of I believe into the age of Aquarius, meaning with that emanates the divine tone of I know. Now, light workers who have been primed for this grand progression of the eons now exist in a universe that they've co-created with God, as well as that in which they aspired to reside. And light workers, this new eon is yours. It needs your gifts and talents. Okay, so all light workers, your talents are needed for this new eon, because there's a lot of education that needs to go on. A lot of people need to be taught how to process the energies that are being allowed to come through now. And the more we get our egos out of the way, the more the spiritual energy will come through from the solar logos and through the gates of the Kabbalah and into the physical realm, and thus uplifting it. Now, the planetary angel of Saturn is Cassiel, who is speed of God. And this is because Saturn has, in the Chaldean order of the planets in their system of astrology, is the planet that they consider as being the greatest, because it's the most quick, has the greatest speed of all the planets in the Chaldean system when considered from the position of Earth. Now, the Archangel Cassiel is known to be assigned by God to watch over creation without interfering. He is said to be tearful and melancholy. He's supposed to be an angel who spends the eternity of his angelic tasks being in solitude, and one who is always present when there is a death of a king. So this is the angel Cassiel, who rules over Saturn. That's the Kabbalistic correspondences for you. Now, Saturn is also known as God the lawgiver, found in Genesis 2:16-17, and he commanded him, saying, of every tree of paradise thou shalt eat, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat, for in what day soever thou shalt eat of it, thou shalt die the death. Now, Capricorn, Pluto still travels in a retrograde journey through your sign of the goat, influencing your first house, calling up sort of ruminations and musings about destiny and what you can expect to occur in your life from now on. Okay? Now, you still will second guess yourself when it comes to how you go about sort of inspiring relationships for business, friendship, or even for romance. Now, you may be presently concerned about sales techniques or interested in what practical steps you can take to improve your status in these areas of your life. You must keep in mind, however, that according to the Zohar, it's not what we do or in any actions that we take that affects our present 3D reality, but according again to the Zohar, it's more our intention as to why you're taking any given action. How we can love our neighbor as ourself, as much as ourself, of course, that's going to be a daunting task. To even consider that we're going to love our neighbor as much as we love ourselves, that as much as we take care of ourselves, we're going to take care of our neighbor. That seems to be a daunting task. And then to, of course, more than that, pray for our enemies. However, that is the task that we're given by God. We're given our ego by God, and we're given that task by God to correct our ego and to work with it and get it to where it is able to do that, to do exactly that. But He also gives us a way to accomplish, a way to bestow, and a way to give. And that's simply to identify our ego at every moment, because it's always staring right back at us. Okay, so your good horse sense and extrasensory perception will continue to bring you good fortune during this retrograde transit of Pluto through the sign of the goat, but you will desire better means to an end so you can feel that both you and others are being efficient. That's very important to you, to be very efficient. Now, keep in mind that during Pluto's transit through the sign of Capricorn, the now demoted planet Pluto, now demoted to planetoid, is not your ruler. Nevertheless, you will carry on with trying to establish your position in life and determine your legacy. At the moment, your focus will be on how to become more resourceful. That'll be important to you, so that you may contribute to society and its evolution as well as your own. Now, God has given you many talents, Capricorn, and you want to use them for the betterment of yourself and the betterment of humanity. We have an Enochian angel prediction, especially for you, at the end of this video, so stay right here, don't go anywhere. Now let's see how your ruling planet of Saturn affects you this month, Capricorn. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. Your Earth Guardian Archangel Uriel speaks to you from your Capricorn Astrology Archangel, who is Hanael. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Capricorn angel Hanael, who resides over the ghost cardinal, Earth, nature, and here are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, Hanael's love, sex, and romance transmission for you. Your confidence is up this month, so you will do well in the arena of love, romance, and friendship. Look to important relationships with Leos to further boost your independence and self-reliance. This is the month to show off, going out, sort of on nights of the town, in your best fashion, get dressed up, your best style. Make sure to increase your budget in this area of your life this month, because the time and the astrological factors are great configurations for your more close emotional relationships, but also for you to sort of show off at this time, again, with your sense of style, your fashion, and your ability to have a night out on the town. Now, Hanael's money and wealth transmission. This is an important month to make sure all your ducks are in a row when it comes to finances, money, and business matters. Anyone who thinks they have gotten away with any naughty shenanigans in this area of life might give you a haughty look or attempt to make fun of you, especially air signs with very high IQs with a penchant for gaming and a penchant for winning. You'll have the last laugh this time around. In your own personal behavior around money, just be sure not to drop the ball when important issues come up, at this time, and that'll be very important for you. Don't overextend yourself, and make sure you have plenty of follow-through in your business and work dealings at this time. Now, Hanaya's health and fitness transmission, with the help of the Earth Angel who resides over all the Earth signs, who is Uriel. This is a month to make sure you are getting plenty of rest, because you might be at the end of your available energy. You are probably spending a lot of time burning the candle at both ends, and you may be spreading yourself a bit too thin. And that's something that is going to, tax your energy. And when you tax your energy, you'll find that you'll begin to get run down. You might start to catch a virus or something, like a cold or something. So you might want to, when you start getting the end of your energy, you start getting the sniffles, you need to relax, not push harder, and then you won't get sick, because your immune system won't be taxed. It's obvious. So try to take it easy with any overly indulgent habits, be they work, food, drink, exercise, or travel. Whatever you feel is controlling you instead of you controlling it. Anything can become an addiction, and whether it's socially acceptable or not, something that takes over your life becomes unhealthy at one point, obviously. So you try to engage in a variety of activities at this time to decrease any overly compulsive behavior in any one modality. All right, so you mix up the different things that you're into. It doesn't matter what you're addicted to, work or exercise or anything, or alcohol or food or whatever it might be. If you mix up your addictions and you spend a little time eating well, and a little time sleeping too much, and a little time working too much, and a little time exercising too much, you understand you will end up not overdoing any one thing. Okay? Now, this month's Enochian angel prediction that we promise for you is this. A woman of high societal ranking shares her cheerfulness and happiness with you, offering to increase harmony in your life through introduction to well-established groups and associates and friends. Requests made this month will be affirmed in your favor. So these kind of things that we were talking about at the beginning of this transmission, when we talked about how you want to be included in, in new groups or organizations, or especially spiritual ones, where you feel are more exclusive and more high status, socioeconomic status, you will be able to do just that. You'll be able to be accepted this month. Okay. So, but you have to put in your proper forms and, do the things they ask you to do, and, just be reasonable what they're asking you to do, and then you'll be able to do that. All right, now, we also, before we get to your divine tone and that meditation and the calculations for the ephemeris information this time, we want to give you, we've made a video on the divine tones of the Zodiac and how to use them to manifest abundance. And we've made a video for you. We used to teach that back in 1998 at Sirius Bookstore. We used to teach that to our students at that time. And a lot of people have been asking for that class to be sort of revived. So we, have a rebirth of that class. So we're going to be including that in this month's available classes, and we have an office in Honolulu if you would like to be involved in one of those classes. We have also made a video for you. Now, what this is about, it's about putting yourself in the center in the solar logos and having sort of that Christ center, that Jesus Christ center, or Krishna, whatever that solar logos, Tiferet, harmony energy is for you. That's the center point. And then around you, like Christ with the 12 apostles around him, or the sun with the 12 signs of the zodiac around it, or the tabernacle in the center with the 12 tribes of Israel around. This is the same thing. So what you want to do is be able to utilize all the divine tones, not just your own, to have something manifest, something we used to teach. We're in possession of special, certain, very highly kept, secret spiritual documents that we have gotten from our mentors and from organizations that we are in and have been presiding over for quite a while. So we can't give you all of the real specifics, but they have. We've all agreed in our group that we can give you this, and if you use Jesus Christ or the solar logos of your spiritual system, it will work very, very powerful, very powerfully. You don't need anything but that. Okay, so you utilize the word for Aries, for example, I am. Aries, I am abundant. Taurus, I have abundance. Gemini, I think abundantly. Cancer, I feel abundant. Leo, I will abundance. Virgo, I analyze abundance. Libra, we are abundant. Scorpio, I create abundance. Sagittarius, I perceive abundantly. And Capricorn, I use abundance. Because if you don't use it, what good is it, right? And Aquarius, I know abundance. And finally, Pisces, I believe abundantly, or I believe in abundance. A disclaimer is in order here. High magic can be dangerous. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. So remember again, Capricorn, to chant your divine tone of I use, or try out the higher aspect of simply meditating on the quality of utilizing. And be wise, be well, be all you are meant to be, Capricorn. Now for the ephemeris calculations and Eastern Greenwich Mean Time calculations for Eastern Daylight Time and Greenwich Mean Time. First, Eastern Daylight Time. The new moon on the 4th of July, and that's 2016 at 7:01 a.m. That's happy birthday, America. Happy birthday. That's at 12 degrees Cancer, 53 minutes. Full moon on the 19th of July, 2016 at 6:57 p.m. That's 27 degrees Capricorn, 40 minutes. For London time, Greenwich Mean Time, that's a new moon on the 4th of July, 2016, 11:02 a.m. at 6 degrees Cancer, 21 minutes. And the full moon on the 19th of July 2016 at 10:58 p.m., 15 degrees Capricorn, 10 minutes. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Join us again next month.